Greetings and namaskar. Welcome to the podcast Stories of an Era Gone By. I am Dr. Shubho Chatterjee. In this podcast, I'll travel with you to different points in history and pick up interesting stories and incidents from those periods. Incidents that changed our lives or had an impact on the way we live. Our history is replete with innumerable stories of courage and valor, transcending ages, eras, and boundaries. The valiant heroes and heroines of these stories have been men and women from different eras, hailing from different geographies, coming from diverse backgrounds, and raised in different situations. Occasionally, and in some instances, the lion hearts in these tales have been animals who, with their gallantry and indomitable spirit, created an indelible place for themselves in the annals of history. Perhaps the first name that comes to our mind while speaking of such an animal is that of Chetak, the fabled horse of Rana Pratap. A lesser known, yet equally impressive story of a fiercely loyal horse lies deeply buried in the pages of history. The story is that of Shubhrak, the valiant horse of Karan Singh, the Prince of Mewar. The story dates back to the 12th century. Prithviraj Chauhan was defeated and captured by Muhammad Ghori in the Second Battle of Tarain in the year 1192. Amongst the many warriors and generals of Prithviraj Chauhan who were killed in the battle were Samar Singh, the Rawal of Chittorgarh, and his eldest son, Kalyan Singh. Samar Singh was the brother-in-law of Prithviraj Chauhan. He was married to Prithabai, the sister of Prithviraj Chauhan. On receiving the news of the death of her husband and son, Prithabai mounted the funeral pyre and performed sati. The second wife of Samar Singh was Kurma Devi, a Solanki Rajput from Gujarat, and the daughter of the brave warrior queen Naiki Devi. Naiki Devi was a fabled warrior who had foiled the attack of Muhammad Ghori and successfully defeated him in a battle near Mount Abu, 14 years before the first battle of Tarain was fought. After the second battle of Tarain, Kurma Devi became the regent of Chittorgarh and zealously guarded the throne of Chittorgarh. Her son, Karan Singh, was still a child. She lived with a mission to secure Chittorgarh and its throne till her son became mature and capable enough to take charge. She also resolved to avenge her husband's death. After the battle, Muhammad Ghori had left for Multan, leaving Qutub-Ud-Din Aibak in charge of Delhi. Kurma Devi spent some time in securing and consolidating her kingdom. She then gathered the other Rajput kings and chiefs and marched towards Delhi in search of Qutub-Ud-Din Aibak. The queen's army confronted Qutub-Ud-Din and his army near the Amber fort. Kurma Devi challenged Qutub-Ud-Din. In the duel that ensued, Kurma Devi dug her sword deep into the body of Qutub-Ud-Din, toppling him from his horse. Severely injured, he fell to the ground and had to be carried away from the battlefield. Qutub-Ud-Din's mighty army had to flee from the battlefield. The Rajputs emerged victorious in this battle. Assuming Qutub-Ud-Din to be dead, Kurma Devi led her army back to Chittorgarh. Unknown to Kurma Devi, Qutub-Ud-Din Aibak did not die of his wounds. After recovering from his injuries, he regrouped his army and again attacked Mewar, plundering and looting it. The Prince of Chittorgarh, Karan Singh, along with his horse Shubhrak, were captured and taken to Lahore. On reaching Lahore, Karan Singh made an attempt to escape but was soon recaptured. The attempt made by Karan Singh to escape enraged and infuriated Qutub-Ud-Din. He ordered the beheading of Karan Singh and declared that he would play Chaugan, a form of polo, with the head of the dead prince. The next day, all arrangements were made for the decapitation of Karan Singh. Qutub-Ud-Din arrived at the execution ground riding Karan Singh's horse Shubhrak. On reaching the execution ground, Shubhrak immediately spotted and recognized his master Karan Singh. No sooner was Karan Singh released from the shackles so that he could be taken for execution, Shubhrak went berserk. He started prancing frantically. Shubhrak flung Qutub-Ud-Din high into the air, catching him off guard and toppling him from the saddle to the ground. As soon as Qutub-Ud-Din fell to the ground, Shubhrak pounced on him and with his powerful hoofs stomped repeatedly on his chest, leaving Qutub-Ud-Din Aibak dead. Shubhrak then hastily galloped towards Karan Singh, who seized the opportunity and exhibiting exceptional agility, mounted his horse and vanished into thin air. It is said that Shubhrak ran continuously for 3 days and 3 nights till he reached the palace of Udaipur. On reaching the gates of Udaipur, Shubhrak halted and stood still. Karan Singh dismounted from his horse and lovingly patted Shubhrak on his head. Shubhrak, who was standing motionless and lifeless, acknowledged the pat from his master and fell to the ground, dead. Thank you for listening to this podcast. I am your host, Dr. Shubho Chatterjee, and this podcast, Stories of an Era Gone By with Dr. Shubho Chatterjee, brings to you stories and snippets from the past. I'll be happy if you be with me in this journey of exploring our past. So please do subscribe to this podcast and stay tuned for the upcoming episodes of the podcast, Stories of an Era Gone By with Dr. Shubho Chatterjee. Thank you for listening.